Hi there, I hope you have a lovely day. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Turner. So today I have my binder setup video for you guys. Um, so it has been a long time that I announced this video. I was not sure, which categories I should include, which categories fit me specifically, and so on. So it was a little bit of a hassle, not hassle, but challenge to think about it, because I was always redoing things. I saw somebody else having a binder video out, and I was looking, oh, there, and I thought, oh, that category makes sense. That category makes no sense for me, and so on. So it was a little bit of a, difficult thing to find the right category for me, but I did now find, I believe, for now the correct setup. And I have to say, I took heavy inspiration from a budgeter. He has a channel. And it's at he budgets, and the S is actually the dollar sign. So I will link his video down below with these categories and so on, because that helped me in a sense to find out. I'm just going to, sorry for shaking you, but I had to set it up a little bit correctly. Let me do that one. Yeah. So sorry for that. Now, okay, let me show you what I came up with, because this budgeter has a category. It's called primary, and primary makes sense for me, because primary in a sense would be everything what I want to spend in a month, let's say for my spending, as well as for the house, for the four walls, like Dave Ramsey said, for example. If I would have something like miscellaneous housing costs, I would put it here. The car, gas, of course, the groceries that I would have, and spending, of course, be it with my credit card, and so on. So that would be primary. Of course, these are just temporary categories, envelopes that I have here. Of course, they can go up for the time being, but this would be primary in a sense, what I would need every month, so that would be great, of course, to have it like that always perfectly, and try to keep, how can I say, the same costs, or the same amounts, not to overspend and so on. So yeah, that would be really good. But yeah, I feel my my September bi-weekly check-in, so you might see why I'm saying it would be good, no? So the second one, I don't know if you can see it, I call this the month ahead bills binder. So why? Because usually I would love to have it like this, when I do have enough money on my bank account, that it covers actually the running costs of the next month, or that I do a rollover. For example, let's say I spend the money on all the bills, and then I don't overspend anything except, the variable expenses, etc., etc., and I would have enough money, let's say 1,500 euros, to roll over to the next month, so it covers the costs, the bills of the next month, with the mortgage, with the groceries, etc., etc. So that's why I thought gym, of course, the gym membership I still need to pay this month, one installment, then I'm done with my current membership bill. But I want to save up for the next one, so that will happen as well. But I have not fulfilled or completed this cycle, so to say, of 48 lessons. So therefore, I still have enough time. Time is again relative and so on. So yeah, the cell phone bill, of course, the mortgage, the electric bill, the car insurance, the water, the general insurance for traveling, whatever, and so on. And of course, some kind of deposit, let's say, or buffer or whatever, housing. Again, house costs, miscellaneous house costs, if there is something, or if I decide to do additional payment, that would go into this binder, for example, for the months ahead bills. Then the third one, let me put this one here, would be the 1 year ahead bills binder. So for example, I pay every month 11 euros for the water. So if I would, try to save up that money, it's 100, let's say 150 euros. I can just say, oh, that's fully funded. I don't even touch it anymore, for example, and let the, so I already put in some budget, budget pay sheets. Pet foods, for example, I have only one cat, but if I want to have a second cat, I need to save up enough money to buy cat food so that I don't need to repurchase it every month and so on. So, and if I do, let's say, bulk buy, that still helps me because, it would help and so on. But I have also some other spendings that I want to do now for the cat. Spending in general, Black Friday. I know I'm slipping up always on Black Friday, because I want to buy a lot of stuff and so on. My housing for the sewage, for the, that comes around every year. Around March is the first installment due, or the second installment is due on May. But I could also do a monthly payment, so in for it. But I prefer to have it in one go done. I've not set it up. Fiona, my cats, veterinary fees, etc., etc. So save up. Of course, if I have a second cat, for the second cat, I need to think about yearly vaccinations and so on. That would be, one thing that I need to save for 1 year ahead. There will be also additional costs. I will also go into that. Health costs, of course, not the dental costs, but other checkup stuff and so on. For example, when I go to Thailand, I do also go to the hospital there because it's cheaper, to do the yearly checkup there, because it's the same amount that I would pay there for my yearly co-pay expenses here in the Netherlands. And so that would be one thing. Miscellaneous subscriptions, like for example, the housing association membership, which is not the housing association cost that I have monthly, but the subscription that I have is for the consumer protection kind of housing association membership. Other, yeah. So I don't have Netflix or whatsoever, but that would be good to have this kind of money saved for the year. I know it's, it would be 30 euros for one thing, 40 for the other thing, etc., etc. Then another life insurance that I have, or life accident insurance, that's 46 euros, something like that. So if I would, save it up for the year, that I could just, have it roll over. Car maintenance, big topic. Every year I have to do the car note or car registration, where the government wants me to check my car or have it checked out if it's still usable on the roads or not, if it should be repaired, etc., etc. That's also for groceries, of course, for a year. Save up enough money so that I don't need to think about so much about grocery money. And utilities, generally speaking, of course, electricity, etc., etc. Gas, I think I calculated I need gas every 1.5 months. If I don't do extra trips to Germany or to, let's say, to other cities and so on, I just need for 6 months 50 euros. That would be 300 euros a year, for example. That, would be good to save, right? But then also saving long term would be the next budget folder, where I have, for example, birthday gifts. Of course, I don't think about birthday gifts so much. Because I have some colleagues or friends that I would like to give some birthday gifts. Then it's good to save some money. Of course, I have family. If you're wondering, I have family, but they are in Germany, and sometimes it happens that, or most of the time, I'm not around when they, celebrate their birthday. So then it's no need for me to have, to prepare a birthday gift in that sense. So, of course, it would be nice to have the buffer. I will also take out this money because I know that I put in money, but as I said, I will reallocate some stuff. So I need to take out the money here. Clothing, shopping, if I decide or I want to go and buy some stuff, that I should have, some money in it, not for the reselling purposes, but vacation, of course, for my own vacation, the flight tickets, the um, cost of lodging, etc., etc., cost of traveling within the country where I am then, or also the health checkup stuff that I do. It should be covered here. Car maintenance, it's again long-term thing as well, so um, when I talked about that in the 1 year ahead bills, of course, for the current year, I should have the money, but also for the longer run, I should have money saved up, right? So I hope I make it clear, because it's very important to have, of course, for the current year, the money that you have, even if it's for now unbudgeted, but I want to have it, budgeted in a sense for the next year, for the upcoming years, for example, so that I don't need to think about, oh yeah, do I have enough money? Do I have not enough money? Let's say, and so on. Savings, of course. I have fixed 1,000 euros saved, and that is it's fixed, meaning I cannot withdraw it. It's for 3 years, and then I get interest for it. For example, cell phone, new cell phone, tablet, iWatch. Would be good to save up, of course, for it. The debt, of course, retirement. That would be long-term savings in general. Vacation. Ignore this one. I need to remove this one. Vacation for Fiona. Why do I say vacation for Fiona? But also I need to buy some other stuff for her. Right now, for example, when I go on holidays, I usually use a cat pension or cattery. So I put her there for a month, no problem. She has no problems to readjust. She always makes new friends and so on. But these are additional costs that I have, and the prices went up for those. I mean, the last 2 times when I was in India, my company paid for it, luckily enough. But this time around, for example, if I want to go 2 months to Thailand and work from there, as well as, have holidays there, I need to think about 15 euros per day for her. And if I have a second cat, of course, that cost doubles. Then it's 30 euros per day. And 30 times 60, it's already, I think, 900, 1,000. I mean, 30 times 60. No, 1,800. Is it 1,800 already? Yes, it would be 1,800 for her, for both. Yeah, for both cats. If I get her a sister or brother, yeah. So I need to think about that. You might want to say, okay, why don't you, ask a friend and so on to take care? Let's be real. I mean, I can do it for friends that I take care of cats, because, cleaning the litter and so on, it's not a big problem for me. I am not very keen on, taking care of dogs, because I'm not a dog owner. I've never been a dog owner. But with cats, I can feed the cats, I can cuddle with them, I can, take care of them. I can clean up their cat litter and so on. But I know that some people are not very keen on cleaning up cat litter. And also, some people, I mean, I clean, for example, sorry to talk about that, but the maintenance of a cat, I usually do every 2 days. I clean up and so on. So, and I don't want anybody, to feel obligated, to come only once a week and to clean up, and to not be with their hearts into it, let's say. But I know, for example, the cattery lady, or the cat pension owner, for example, let's say, she is herself a cat owner. She loves cats. She loves animals. She did training about that. I mean, she has she has her certificates about how to maintain cats, how to take care of in a urgent situation. Because I give her my Fiona's cat passport, so to say, so she can go with Fiona in case of an emergency to the vet, and have her sorted out, let's say, taken care of, treatment, etc., etc. And I prefer this way when I go on holiday, that I know she's well taken care of by a professional person, professional cat owner, in a sense, and not, a friend, let's say, who will be getting panicked and so on, worked up about taking care of a cat. So the next folder here, it's also a little bit of a shared thing with Vision and me. Me sounds a little bit sounds a lot of selfish, but Vision is more about what do I want to have in the future, what should come true. It's similar to the long-term savings, but of course long-term savings, some things will kind of exclude them, or once they are taken care of, once they are fully funded, for example. But I would love to, as I said, the vision, a new phone, a tablet, an iWatch. So if I calculate now, the cost would be already with 3,000 euros. I know I cannot do it immediately, but this would be one thing that I can think of as a vision, that it should materialize. Yeah, if it's the right word, materialize in the far future. The IKEA wardrobe doors, I have wardrobes, but I have not bought the doors because they are expensive. Plus, I need to pay IKEA to build those, to assemble them for me and so on, because my wardrobes are like 2 meter 34. I'm 160, so I'm like 5 foot 2 in 2 inches so I'm very short, and my wardrobe doors are over 7 foot or 8 foot, so yeah, I just use these credit card stuff so that you don't get irritated, but I was using those. New kitchen, for the household. um, I would love to have a new kitchen because currently I don't have an oven. I'm using an air fryer to bake most of the stuff. I'm not a big baker, but I've it would make sense to have that kind of appliance, or yeah, in the house if I had a new kitchen, because the kitchen that I have here is very small, and in the beginning it didn't bother me so much, but I noticed I would love to have it. But I have to say honestly, on one hand, it's more like I might eliminate this cost, or this thinking, this thought about this new kitchen, because sometimes installing a new kitchen here in your apartments doesn't give you a benefit in case you want to sell your house. My friend, for example, who lived in the same apartment building, she recently sold her apartment, and she said, "You know what? I put so much money into the new kitchen, but it didn't give me any kind of advantage that the new buyers, for example, put in some more money, or than she actually asked, and so on. So it was a little bit of a disappointing situation. So I'm thinking, if I even invest so much money in the house, let's say in my apartment, and then I decide to sell it, will it make me, how can I say, will it give me more money than where the asking price, for example? I'm not sure about it. Household furniture, again, I have furniture which is now 5 years old. It's still in good condition, according to me, of course. I know people might change every 2 years, 3 years, everything, but for me right now is okay. But it would be something that I would think about. If I save money for it, I might buy something. That would be something. Then the last binder here is the me binder. Why? um yeah that would be, for example, me would be really goals that I want to achieve. For example, my goal, or one of my goals, would be to go to China, to stay there, of course to work there as well, but then to learn the language. I'm very keen on learning languages and so on. So, and then I would need to pay money, of course, for the school fees, etc., etc., but plus also housing there, and food and so on. That would be something that I would, save up money for it, of course. My beauty treatments, Botox, every, let's say 4 times a year, I would need 110 euros, for example. I would love to do some other treatments as well, like surgical treatments, if possible. That's also, of course, you need money for that one. New membership for my gym, I know that the price will go up, and I need to save the money for that one. So then hairdresser, I saved money for it. The hairdresser, yeah, just cutting, let's say cutting and washing and so on, costs 30 euros. So that's 4 times a year I do that. So of course I need to maintain my hair better, but I have enough oils and treatments that I really need to put into use. So that's one thing. Invisalign, I mean, the treatment that I have will end soon. I need to pay it up. So, but it could be also that I will say, you know what, general dental treatment every year. I need to have at least, yeah, 80 euros ready for it. But if I want to, for example, buy a veneer for my front teeth, front tooth, you know, the nerve, I had a root canal treatment there, and once the nerve dies, the teeth kind of darkens, so I need to have that lightened up or something like that with a veneer. That would be an option. So, yeah, personal beauty, of course, if I buy makeup, etc., that kind of stuff, it would be coming into place here. Vision, you know, new glasses, you know, the costs for insurance, of course, because, for example, I have insurance where I pay money, of course, and every 3 years I can buy new frames. But if I say, for example, I want to have additional frames, or I want to have, you know, sunglasses with my prescription and so on, and I already bought some sunglasses, but then I found a better frame or nicer frame whatsoever, that would play, you know, a big role to have it. This is more like a binder where I say definitely it's more the long-term selfish goals, so to say. If you have selfish goals, you know, I think it's clear that you can be honest about it. Yeah, but that would be one thing that I need to take care of. Of course, you know, debts and so on, I put not here because, again, this is a selfish binder. Long-term savings, you know, they have the debts as well as the mortgage payments and so on. But yeah, the other stuff, let's say, is more really like, yeah, trying to well maintain stuff. School, I didn't mention it here. It would be also like beauty, makeup artistry, school stuff, not only language school stuff that I want to have here. But yeah, that would be, yeah, the answer, or yeah, my binder setup that I think about. Of course, with this now new setup, I need to reallocate the monies that I have saved so far. I need to also update you guys on how much I have saved with the savings charges for July, August, and September. But yeah, that's it. Okay, I hope I didn't talk your ears off. I see you in the next video. Have a good day. Bye bye.